It went live really quick. Whoa, wait, hang on. My hair is like crazy today. Crazy today. So it is Monday, and Monday means that we're going to do some special readings where you get to pick a deck. And this time I decided that I was going to get you to pick based upon the energy card. So I'm going to show you that particular card. And yeah, I'm going to show you that particular card. And you'll get to pick which one more aligns to you. So whatever card you feel more drawn to, that's the card that you're going to pick for the stack. So I have 5 today. Spirit actually gave me 5 different piles to to show you. So we're going to give it a minute and and just have a good morning. Good morning, Byron. How are you, love? It's a beautiful Monday, December 16th. That's where we're at. 1111 all across the board there. We had our 1111 or 4 ones. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Salasia. How are you, my love? Maybe next week I'll do it on the laptop again. Hello, Denise. How are you? Welcome in. I have 5 decks of, or 5 stacks of cards that I pre-shuffled and dealt out today. I'll read what the cards in the pile are, and then I'll throw in some qualifiers from the tarot deck. So you have the opportunity to choose between 5 different piles of cards, so 5 different energies, which is really cool. Yay! So I'm going to show you all 5 energies, okay? And you pick the card that most calls to you, okay? So this is energy number 1. Okay, this is energy number 2. Energy number 3. Energy number 4. You can also pick by number. And energy number 5. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so those are the 4 energies that we are choosing between today. Okay. This one. Or this one. Okay. All right. So let's see what's behind door number 1. So the energy of this card is waking the lion. Number 19, which would become 10. So 1, new beginnings, endings and beginnings. This beautiful waking the lion. So the first card was from the wisdom of the Avalon. And what came out with that for waking the lion? None other than the stag. So this is at 444 on the time there. This is a pile of leadership. This is a very powerful person in that they are And remember, leadership is not about having power over people, or it's not about controlling. It's not about, about being over people, right? True leadership is about empowering the people who you are leading through a variety of ways. One, by practicing what you're sharing, so being inspirational by doing it, right? That's one of the best ways to be a leader. And the pride that's in this one is not an arrogance. It's not a look at me, look at me, look at me. And this is just knowing your worth and knowing that God sees your worth. The card that came from the wisdom of the hidden realms is, sorry, a little bit back would be about the keeper of the seals. The scales, sorry, the keeper of the scales. This is very Libra energy. The lion, very Leo energy. So there's that kind of potential within it. The keeper of the scales is about balance and fairness. And for this person here, that is very strong, powerful leader who, and this is like a new awakening. Maybe you didn't realize that you were this leader all along and you're just waking up to it now. But fairness and balance is very important to this individual as well. So what this individual needs to do is to return to the empty well. Right now is the time to replenish your energy. This is when we're looking at, this is full moon in Gemini that just happened yesterday. This is a great time to look at, what do you need to release? What do you need to release? So it's really time to replenish, to get yourself in alignment with what's coming next in the next stage. And at the end of the year, there's definitely a requirement for that. So the next cards that I have are from the Gateway of Light activation, because I wanted to know what was required for you going forward. And what they wanted to give you was actually two cards. So we have the Sirius Star Blessings, which is telling you to proceed in the direction of your goals and your dreams. But even though there's an element of like, just keep going, keep doing it, you're going to get there, determination. The replenishing the well is sitting within yourself, allowing yourself rest, allowing yourself peace, allowing yourself space, being introspective, maybe doing some journaling. But at the same time, there's forward motion that's occurring every day. It's just maybe instead of spending the time outside of when you're actually working, instead of spending it doing more tasks and being busy, that you actually take that time to rest or to do things that really, really bring you joy. The activation that's coming in is the Soul Star activation, and this is actually about fulfilling your soul contract. So this waking of the lion, this is waking you up to the fact that you came here for a reason. There's a mission that you assigned yourself in this lifetime, and it's time for you to step up in and remember, who are you? Who are you? Why did you come here? And start to fulfill those contracts. I asked about the from the Divine Mother what we could get for a message for you guys, and the one that came in is Rose Without Thorns. So this is a beautiful message. This is about having rights to your joy, and that sweetness and enjoying that sweetness of life is something that is important for you as well as everybody else. Allowing yourself to be in that space of peace, in that space of peace. Hello, Sneha. 11:11 a.m. guys. So we got our 11:11. Thank you. That hello came in at the perfect time. I love it. So let's see what the tarot has to say to give us some more information about these individuals, and we'll see what other cards I choose to or get called to use. We're at the good tarot at this point, so and look at them flying out. The Ace of Water. So in this individual, there's this newness in relationships that's coming in. And it can be newfound love for yourself. And maybe that's why there's this new level of pride, or that waking the lion. Hi, Abby. How are you? Ooh, We've got a couple of cards here. We've got the Ten of Earth. The Ten of Earth is about very stable time. This is your, you know who you are, you know your self-worth, you have self-confidence, you're spiritually awake and aware, and you are in a very financial and spiritually abundant time. It's very peaceful, it's very joyful. And the other part is you got both the King and the Queen of Water. So this could be about a relationship, or this could be about balancing that masculine and feminine energy, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, so we've got this beautiful King and Queen of Water energy coming out for these individuals that are waking the lion. It feels like a very powerful deck. So these are the people that maybe they've been awake for a little while, and you know, they've been kind of dabbling with their gifts and, you know, playing in the background, and now they're getting the call. It's the time is now. The time is now. The Ten of Air, we're letting go of those limiting beliefs that are holding us back. I think that you guys have had an awakening a bit more to realize that you need to take that step forward. That, you know, that imposter syndrome, maybe you worked through those elements. Or you're just seeing the stuff in society that's going on with them. Like, there's so many things, right? Just remember, don't get too caught up in the news and too caught up in what they're showing. I mean, right now we're seeing a lot of stuff about drones in the air, but use your discernment. And if there's something over here that's going, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, what is it looking away from? And we should probably be looking in all directions and not just focusing on the flashing light, right? So we've got the Hermit and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Whoops, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Hermit, this is kind of that balance, right? We got 9 and 10. Remember we had earlier where it was talking about time to replenish, and that's what the Hermit is. This is that space to replenish the wells, right? You can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure that you're full before you continue on this path of helping others. But this is your destiny. This is absolutely your destiny. And I think that's a beautiful energy for anyone who felt that the Waking the Lion card was the card that called to them the most. All right, I'll give you a quick little picture of the other 4 so that if you have just shown up, you have the opportunity to pick from the next the next 4 stacks. So the next card that I'm going to be reading, this is number 2. I'll just look at my hair, I caught my hair in it. Get that out of there. And maybe you feel more aligned to the image in number 3 or the number. Number 4, or sorry, the 4th stack of cards. Just whatever card calls to you the most. And if there's more than one, then make sure that you listen to the other message as well. And then finally, number 5. Okay. Okay, so let me pull my tarot cards back out of that pile, because we want a full stack of tarot when we're doing the when we're doing the confirmation stuff. So if you were called to this image is about let it go. Okay, so this one here is all about letting go. The first stack that's coming in is, or the first card that's coming in from the Wisdom of the Avalon is about wealth. Yeah, that's it, wealth. Wealth. So this is one of the sacred markers that comes within in that particular deck. And there's something that needs to be released. We'll see what's coming out with the rest of the cards to see what we're talking about with the letting it go. We also have the Sun Dancers, and this is from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And this is talking about joyful activity, the celebration of life, and once again, abundance. So we've got abundance twice in this reading for whoever chose to let it go. Something is coming in for these folks, because the Moon Maidens from the Shaman is talking about new beginnings. So there's this big change that's happening. You've decided to let go of something, and in making that choice to let go, you are letting things come in that are absolutely magical. When we look at what the gateway of light, so the what activation or energy is coming in for you at this time, it is the Akashic records. So what I feel is that this person in this deck has really went through clearing traumas, working through their shadow. They are releasing past lives. They're moving into the space of freedom. So this is somebody that's just moving through that shadow work in their journey. And now they're opening themselves up to this new beginning. And in this new beginning, there's abundance, there's wealth, there's joy, there's prosperity. It's just a beautiful time. So in the divine compassion or the divine mother energy, we ended up getting two cards for this particular one, and it is the wastelands for one, and two is brothers of the rose. Okay, so these two cards, and what's coming up is there's sustainability, and it's about slowing down and tending to your garden. So you're in that very early stage, and there might be that urge to just rush it, but it's better to take a little bit of time, making sure that the foundations are really good. Hello, Phyllis. How are you, love? Making sure that your foundations are secure before moving or releasing it. It's like, you can rush and write a book, and I've done that. I've written books really quickly and then just throw them out there, and they could have been better if maybe I had read it through a couple of times, done some editing on it, spent a little more time with it, maybe even had a person or two read it. I've done that before, but that's the kind of energy of there. So the other part with the Brothers of the Rose, this is about that sacred masculine. And this is about honor and protection and support. So it really feels like the energy within this is that there has been this masculine energy. And that doesn't have to be from like a partner. It could be that just a friend who embodies that beautiful masculine energy has been able to hold space for you, allowing you to move through some of those feminine woundings, and being in that space of feeling very supported. The other part is that every one of us, whether we're male or female, has that masculine and feminine energy within us. So this is a time for you to honor your masculine as sacred as well as the feminine. It seems like there's really that beautiful combination within the cards that have come out for this particular deck. So let's see what our tarot cards are going to give us as, additional information for these guys. So what's, maybe the letting go. What is it? Oh, it flipped over in the deck, the Eight of Waters. This card is emotional in nature because it's water. And the Eight of Water is about walking away from something, like even doing a ritual. So there might, with a full moon, maybe that's what you've done. You did this ritual release last night. Maybe you called upon some rainbow dragons to clear your life. Don't call on them unless you want, you really want stuff to get cleared out. So yeah, there's something that you guys walked away from. What is it that that they were walking away from? Okay, so the Magician. There was something that you were manifesting, but it wasn't coming in the way that you'd hoped that it would. And maybe it's because you were misaligned with what you really wanted to be manifesting. It's kind of that energy of, I was trying to manifest my divine partner, and I thought it had to be this person, so I was literally manifesting like Superman. Right? And you're like, yeah, it's Superman. I want him to be my divine partner. Not realizing that if that's not in alignment, you're just blocking yourself. This could also represent letting go of fear of not having the skills or talent, kind of imposter syndrome. That's also coming up as what my guides are saying. The Eight of Air, this is again, there's more letting go of thoughts and emotions. So there's been really this beautiful, beautiful time. This Four of Air, this is about celebration. The Four of Air is the sorry, the Four of Air is the Four of Swords. I was thinking Four of Wands. Hang on a second. Four of Air. So the Four of Air is about needing to rejuvenate, needing to rest and and recover. And that has been a theme within this as well. So even though you've done all this healing and all of this work and you're moving through that, and you're coming to this phase where it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful new future for you. This moment right now is a moment where you need to take it slowly and you need to really pour into yourself. And this beautiful time with winter, right? We are meant to be more introspective and connected to ourselves with that energy, right? With the winter time. Be reflective, introspective, think about what seeds we want to plant in the coming spring. So yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful reading for you guys. I think I lost the one card. I want to stack them together and keep them in. I don't want to put them away. that's what I don't want to put them away. Okay, so our third deck. So if this is the image that you most aligned with, this is the one we're going to read next. And then after that, in case you just showed up in the last little bit, number 4 is this one. And number 5 is this one. So just pick whichever image you feel more drawn to. And if you feel drawn to multiple images, then just listen to it all. Happy sunrise, Victor. How are you, love? Alrighty. So in this one, it's the Grand Symphony. And this is such a joyous energy. It's just such a beautiful, joyous energy. And the Grand Symphony is about, and I love it. I love it, Phyllis. 4 is beautiful. Hi, Robertus, sorry. And 4, perfect. 4 is that number 14 is my favorite number, just saying. I would have picked it too, probably. I'm going to see. We'll see what 4 says. Okay, so the Grand Symphony. The Grand Symphony is a beautiful card that's very joyful. So let's see what the other cards that are coming out with this, because you just can't plan it. 2, 2, 2, 2, all the 2s. We've got the Bard. So the Bard card coming up with the with the Grand Symphony. That's not the end of this. Like, I've just had a little peek into it, but it's just interesting that the Grand Symphony brought the Bard. So the Bard is about music, poetry, myth, history, and the enchantment and embodiment of storytelling. So the person that's in this Grand Symphony, they're realizing their voice and the uniqueness of their voice and how it contributes to the overall orchestra, that we don't want to sound the same. We all want to be our unique instrument, right? If it was just a world full of violins, as much as violins can produce some amazing music on a solo, they still would lack the depth of the bass drum or the cello or the piano. There's so many musical notes and frequencies and, just the experience of it. So when we think about ourselves, if we think about we're not all the same instrument, we all have a slightly different sound. And when you embody that uniqueness, that's what you're meant to bring to the world. That's your superpower. That was the wisdom of Avalon, and this one's the wisdom of the hidden realms. So we get Gaia's Garden. Gaia's Garden is coming in here to tell you that you are going to be reaping what you sow, that things are coming to fruition and abundance is coming. So this is a beautiful card, but there is that subtle little warning there, right? Reaping what you sow. What are you sowing? What seeds are you planting in your mind? What seeds are you planting in the garden of life, right? And if you're in something to be aware of, right? I'm not, and I don't say these things as a way to brag or anything like that. It's not about that. It's to inspire. So when I walk around, I was walking and I noticed that there was a car in the driveway whose headlights were on, and I didn't see anybody in the driveway. So I walked up and knocked on the door and let a lady who was putting her baby to sleep know that her car lights were left on, which allowed her to go out and shut them off so that her battery wasn't dead in the morning. And another walk I saw a package that was out by the sidewalk that seemed really weird because it was on the outside of their fence from Amazon, and I think they should put it on the door. Like they shouldn't put it outside the fence of the person's property. So I didn't touch the bag or the package. I just went around and knocked on their door and said, I just want to let you know that your package is outside the gate. It didn't seem like the right spot for me, and I think that someone could steal it. So I just want to make sure you were aware in case you weren't notified. And she's like, yes, they shouldn't put it there. But those are me putting seeds in my garden because I would want someone to tell me that. I would want someone to come by and go, hey ma'am, you left your headlights on so that my car doesn't die, right? So I'm sowing the seeds into society of what I want to see in society. And that's what this card is about. So you reap what you sow. So what are you sowing? We've got number 8, we've got crown games, the right use of power, right? And it's true, we all have the ability to be very powerful, right? We can very easily. This morning I actually, I'll tell you this just because I hope that everybody follows suit. So I pick up garbage every day when I'm on my walk. Why? Because I have to pick up my dog's poop and I have to carry it to the garbage. So I might as well pick up other garbage while I've got garbage in my hand. And I don't do this for any reason. I don't take videos of it. I don't put it on social media. I'm not, look at me, please, not that. But today I was walking and a lady saw me doing it. And she came over to thank me. And she's like, she goes, it's a shame that people do it in the first place, but thank goodness there's people like you that are picking it up. And it's like, there's some days I get mad. Like, I literally get mad because I'm like, I don't know how I do this every day. I walk my dog every morning and I pick up garbage every day. I'm like, why is there not one day that I can walk around this park and not have to pick up someone else's junk? Right? It's just very sad. So anyway, but I sow good seeds. Go out there and be an example for other people, right? Not to have like the spotlight on you, because that would be more of a manipulative way to do it. And people can manipulate in very, very subtle ways, and through intellect or through emotions. And so you have to be very careful, not just the seeds that you're sowing, but the way that you're using your power. And power can be very addictive. It can be very, very addictive. And once you get to a certain level, instead of, using power wisely, we can flip into where we get hungry for it and we want more and more and more. When we asked what energies were coming out, you guys got 2, or not energies, but from the Gateway of Light, so the activation, 2 cards came out. So the Sword of Light, this is Archangel Michael's sword. And this is about being divinely protected. This is where, and this is a tool, that Sword of Light is a tool to cut ties to things that no longer serve you, whether that's people, places, items, experiences, emotions. You can use that to do cord cutting. And it's beautiful to do these cord cutting right now because it's a time of release with the full moon that just happened in Gemini. And it'll be like that for the next 2 weeks until we hit the new moon cycle. So it's just a beautiful time within the next 2 weeks to spend releasing that which doesn't serve you. Hang on. One, is getting cold, and that's just sad right there all on its own. And 2, my throat was getting kind of itchy. The other card that you guys got, and this is also big breakthrough energy. So there's a breakthrough happening for these guys. You also got the Halls of Amenti Initiation. The Halls of Amenti Initiation is that secrets are being revealed. There's initiations happening. So people are being activated. The Schumann resonance is just absolutely incredible right now. And the more that people are awakening, the more that people become aware of some of this information or these changes. And it's becoming more and more mainstream for some of these things to be talked about. And with that happening, when they're talking about opening up 5 portals, which, just so you know, the 5 portals that the Vatican plans on opening on Christmas, they're going to have the energy that we put into them, right? Just like everything else in life, your focus and the energy and the direction that you're flowing it is directing you to the future that you're going to have. So you can either be on the timeline of the future where we live in harmony, we live in peace, or you can be on the timeline where it's anything but. What are you focusing on? So if you want to focus on those 5 portals opening up, focus on them opening up and revealing to you a beautiful world and being harmonious or peace or what other things that you'd want to see that are positive for humanity, not negative, right? Let's not give power to that. Our awareness is our currency. So we've got we've got 2 cards coming from Mother Gaia as well. She had to give you a couple of messages. One is the Anointed. This is about answering the call and leadership. So maybe you resonated with deck 1 as well, with Waking the Lion, and that the leadership aspect really calls to you. And maybe you're here and you are moving into the leadership, or it just means leadership in a different way. There's empowerment and you're coming into tune with your soul gifts. But this one here is just such a beautiful card. I just love it. Codes of the Seed. The blueprint is within you, right? We know so many things. You have access to the Akashic records within you. And that was in the second deck, was talking about the Akashic records. All the knowledge of the universe is within. Right? When people access the Akashic records, they don't go to a library, like a physical library, and open a door and walk in and peruse the card catalog or the microfiche. Let's go back a few years. We'll talk about, like, they're not doing that. They're not going and grabbing a book off the shelf and going, oh, this is the story. This is the story of Bob. Look at all this information about Bob. Wow. Right? Oh, we need to take these pages out. They no longer align on Bob's story. Right? There is not a physical library. It's inside them. So accessing the Akashic records and all other knowledge can be accessed from within. Most times we're looking for confirmation outside of us. Okay, I don't know what that means. Did I miss another... I don't, anyway, I'm not sure that message, what it means. So your information is within you, right? Your information is within you, right? We're all confused. We're all a little bit confused about that comment. But anyway, I'm going to stick in the space that I'm in with this. Okay, so let's see what the cards are with the tarot that are clarifying or confirming this message in some way. So this blueprint is within you, and you need to take the next step. Ooh. Okay, so the moon is asking you, well, there's a couple of meanings of the moon card. One, the moon likes to talk about bringing things to light, and about emotions. So there could be something that's coming to light. You're getting a bit of clarity. Maybe it is your gifts, right? Your gifts are starting to come to light. A lot of pressure right here for me right now. The Page of Fire is very, very determined, okay? They're very, very determined. And the Page of Fire is about newness, new inspired action, and it's fast-moving energy. We've got the Messenger of Air, so this is like the Knight of Air. So very, very fast moving towards your goals. So once you've awakened and gotten really clear about what it is that you're bringing, and it's that unique melody that you have, whether that's through your voice or whatever it is, as soon as you clear through that and step to that next level, things are going to happen quite quickly for you. And you are meant to be this Queen of Fire. She is a leader. She is in tune with her emotions. Like when you think about feminine energy in that space of taking inspired action, she's still connected with her emotions a bit more, and it's really, really powerful. Really, really powerful energy. So this is leadership energy as well, and it's just you're coming to it in a little bit different of a way than waking the lion. I think waking the lion's just a little bit, a little bit further ahead with where they are in putting their dreams into action. So again, if that resonated with you, you might want to check out reading number 1. All right, we have 2 more left, guys, and I know a couple of people were picking number 4. And we also have number 5. Okay, so see if I can cover. Okay, so these are the last 2 to choose from. If you didn't get the opportunity to look at these ones, the other was The Waking of the Lion, The Let It Go, and The Grand Symphony. Okay, let's go with the number 4. Beautiful uncaging. Right? So the beautiful uncaging, this is when you've gotten to the spot where you can be vulnerable and hold space for someone else to be vulnerable because you accept yourself and you love yourself, and you're possibly even at the point now where you're starting to look at maybe being open to romance. It's kind of the concept of that. We've got the dragon. This is a lot of power and strength, and we'll see where this is going to go. I'm going to hang on to the dragon. I'm not going to go in too much depth with the dragon because I want to see what comes out with the other cards. I have not even... Yeah, I covered them when I was showing them so that people wouldn't pick it based on the word below it. I wanted them to pick it based on the image or the number. The beautiful uncaging. So we've got the Lady of the Mirror. The Lady of the Mirror talks about reflection and non-judgment. And when you're in that non-judgment space, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. You're just accepting people where they're at, and you're accepting yourself where you're at, and you're no longer beating yourself up or stomping yourself into the ground, or even, beating on other people and, knocking them down. You're not looking at other people and saying, in that critical or that judgmental way, because you're now accepting yourself. So you see that reflection. You're starting to see that show up around you, right? You're starting to see that show up around you. So when I went in with the Shaman's deck, I got 2 cards for you guys. One is the Cosmic Wound of the Divine Feminine. And the other card is the Lay of the Land, which is talking about ancestral wisdom. And these 2 cards are powerful cards together for this particular reading. And again, going back to the dragon with that power and strength. This divine feminine, being able to tap into your divine feminine and connect to that softness, that nurturing state. So many of us have been disconnected from that divine feminine through our upbringing, through societal conditioning, through our wounding, right? And any woundings by masculine energy makes us close down the feminine energy. But we're seeing this start to be reawakened. Good morning, good morning. We're starting to see this divine feminine reawakening. And a lot of people are calling it the rise of the divine feminine. It's like, it's been up before. It's just this moment in time. We're very much in toxicity for both masculine and feminine energy. Neither one has been in a healthy state for quite some time. And that's partly because when they talk about masculine energy, they talk about it in a toxic way, and then they tell women they're less than, and in that space they have to be so we're pushing so hard to be masculine, instead of recognizing that we all have masculine and feminine, and we sit somewhere with on a scale when we're in our natural, but that at any point in time, if man is caring for a baby, and again, identity is different, but with man, if he's with a baby, he's in his feminine energy nurturing. And when a woman is, trying to achieve something within her company, she's going to be in her masculine energy. And there's nothing more beautiful than a man in his feminine energy and a woman in a healthy masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with that. And at any point in time in a healthy relationship, you're just going to move back and forth between those states, right? And you're just going to be in a harmonious space. The lay of the land, and this is what these guys have worked through. They're connected to both of those energies. And they're tapping into that ancestral wisdom, that knowledge that sits deep within them and is awakening. So when I asked with the Gateway of Light for activation or channeling, we got 2 for you guys. So one was the Stellar Gateway activation. Okay, so I'll let you look at that beautiful card. And it is talking about infinite potential and manifestation vortex. This is so powerful. When you look at your the divine feminine energy and being in balance with those, and also when you're so accepting of yourself and in love and love yourself, plus also love the other, love society, it's that I see the divine in me and I see the divine in you. It's that I love myself so fully and completely that I can open up and accept other people exactly as they are. And being in that space, being in your authenticity, that creates such a powerful space for manifestation because you're highly magnetic at that time. So you're also seeing the Lemurian seed codes. So the individuals from here could even align with Lemurian energy or Lemuria, and maybe have had a past life in Lemuria. So this is embracing sensitivity, your uniqueness, and living with grace. It's highly feminine energy and the cosmic wound. So the individuals in here are really, really embracing that beautiful, beautiful divine feminine energy. And then we've got finally from the Divine Mother herself, her message to you is about the child within. And when we hold our child within, from that mothering space of tenderness and gentleness, and we are kind with ourselves, that is a beautiful way to move forward through life. And yes, there needs to be a bit of the father energy too, to say, yes, you have to do this today. Yes, you have to, you actually have to follow through with that. But also the nurturing mom energy needs to exist there as well. And I find that the individuals within this reading are really, they're really embodying that. And that means that you're a beautiful healer. You could be a therapist. You could be so many different things within this reading that are coming out. But there's still the power and the strength that's within this group. So let's see what we're getting from the tarot cards. So there was something that was let go of and walked away from. And maybe it was a relationship from a while ago, but there's love that's coming in now. And this is strong. And when you see this, you're getting the Leo energy as well. But the love card is actually the card for Gemini. But it's interesting to get the love card with the other cards that were within this reading, especially when I talked about that beautiful uncaging and how that opens you up, because as you're being authentic and vulnerable, you hold space for somebody else to be authentic and vulnerable. After all, it is reflections, right? It's all about reflections. We've got the 9 of Fire coming out as well. This is about determination to follow your path, to seek those goals that you have. You're going to follow that fire inside of you to the finish line. We've got Temptation coming out. This is Sagittarius energy. So it's asking you to all things in moderation, right? Not to be all spiritual, but not to be all physical either, right? We're here to have a human experience. If you bypass the human experience, then that's you're missing the point of being here. If you are totally physical, then you're disconnected from, you know, your innate being, who you are, the power that you have. So it's about finding that, and things in moderation too. Even if love is coming in, which it's kind of presenting in that way as well. If love is coming in the form of partnerships or in the form of romantic connections, go slow. Take your time. Take your time. Whoa. Take your time. 3 cards flew out. That'll be it for this one here. We'll go through the 3 cards. All right, so we've got the 5 of water. The 5 of water is, it can be energy of sadness or a little bit of concern. I'm not getting it as sadness. I'm getting it as like just, you know, taking caution, like taking it cautiously emotionally. That's what's coming up for my guides. The 9 of Earth, this is a very beautiful long-term card. The 9 of Earth representing spiritual and material abundance. It is, you know, you're harvesting the fruits of your labor. It's you're self-confident and assured, and definitely long-term good wealth, not just financially but personal wealth in your value. And the Empress. The Empress is the divine feminine energy within the major tarot, or in the major tarot. And major arcana, that's better. I'm like, why does major tarot not sound right? Right. Because it's major arcana. This Empress energy, and that's what you guys are. You guys are the Empress, or maybe you're attracting the Empress. Either way, this divine feminine energy is within this reading, and that beautiful uncaging of your heart, the connection to the divine mother, mothering your internal child, showing up with all of that strength, and being willing to walk away from the things that didn't serve you, but determined to go forward towards the things that do. It's a very beautiful reading for you guys. Okay. Now we have the last one, number 5. So for those of you that felt more drawn to this particular card, this one's for you. The Royal You. My pleasure. So the Royal You, let's see what's coming out from the Royal You. First, from the wisdom of the Avalon, we have the frog. So hopping onto the scene with the Royal You is about cleaning house and getting rid of the stuff, releasing emotional baggage. So this is a beautiful card to show up on a full moon with that energy. So a perfect time to just let go of anything that's not serving you. Put on a sad music, doesn't matter. Get something that makes you cry. Allow yourself that emotional release, or do some journaling, and but connect to your emotions. This morning I had an opportunity to cry, and I welcomed it because it allowed me to release pent up emotions, or you know, like stuck energy. And it was beautiful, and I welcomed it. So allow yourself that opportunity as well. So with the wisdom of the hidden realms, we got 2 cards. We've got the Arrow Master, and we have Merlin. So for these individuals, you are hitting the mark, right? You're letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve you, and you are headed in the right direction. I know who I am, the royal me. Like, I know my power. I know what I'm here to do. I know me. And you are hitting the mark. You are taking steps with intention, and you are detaching from the things that don't serve you, even from the experience. If you can go through life and you can be, what is this experience teaching me? Okay, that's not in alignment, so I can let it go. What is this teaching me, or what was I meant to learn? What was the experience meant to be? And move through life like that with that sense of detachment. It's a very powerful place to be in. Merlin is about alchemy and about justice and balance, and it's also the number 1 card within that deck. So something within you are the alchemist. You are the person that is alchemizing that pain into pleasure, and and that is the part that you're hitting the mark with. In the shamans, it came out with the many masks, and you're realizing that your authentic self is where the power is, and you're starting to drop the masks, and you're also seeing the masks that other people were wearing, and you're not having any time for that. Not and nope, none, nope, no time for that. When we're looking at the activation that you guys are experiencing right now, it's your Earth Star activation. Okay. The Earth card is about anchoring. It's grounded energy, and it's really strong Isis energy for you. So there could be a connection for you within that. So maybe look into Isis, or look into connecting with the Earth is really coming up strongly from my guides for you. To be out in nature, to be by water, because with water, it doesn't matter what the form of it, if it's a river, a lake, an ocean, a pond, it doesn't matter. The water is very relaxing and very grounding. Go out around trees and hug trees and connect with nature in that way. But really, really taking grounded action. You know who you are, you know where you're headed, and you've got the plan in line. All right, from Mother Gaia, she had two cards she wanted you to have. And the two cards are After the Rain and Morning Dew. So there's been clarity that's come in here for you guys, and there's this new fresh start, and you're looking through at life through different eyes. It's like this positivity, kind of like I was saying with what was I learning here? What was the lesson? What was the experience? And letting it go with ease and grace. And because you're doing that and you're coming to this really positive outlook on life, this beautiful after the rain is happening. And I really want you to look at this card because of all the just the colors and stuff within it. It's just beautiful. And it's talking about silver linings, relief, hope, mercy. It's over, acceptance. So whatever was being cleansed and cleared in the emotional baggage, you're really letting go of it. You guys are just, it's let it go, like that cleansing, that washing, like having that good cry and being, it's okay, I don't need to carry this with me anymore. I never had to. I never had to carry it with me. The stuff that's coming in for you guys is going to be coming in very quickly. The Eight of Fire is a very fast moving energy of victory and success. Literally the world. So this is, could be traveling. It could be, it's definitely abundance. It's completion. It's another cycle. So you guys have leveled up. This is a leveling up. Absolutely. All right. What else do these guys need to... The Five of Fire. You are excelling to heights that you don't even realize. You have no idea how high you're going. And the Three of Fire, like you're in the sky. But the Three of Fire, it's coming for you quickly. And it's right there. You have all the skills and talents needed. The Messenger of Fire and the Ten of Earth. So the Messenger of Fire, this is the Knight of Fire. This is fast moving, passionate, exuberant energy towards your goals. This is taking really inspired action, and you know what you want. It's very determined energy. And the Ten of Earth is where you get to that space of abundance and spiritual and material abundance. It is the height of you're confident, you're self-assured, you are creating wealth that is like legacy level wealth, and it's a very prosperous and comfortable time. Anything else for these guys? The Ace of Fire. This is something new. It's something new for sure. And it could be, and newness doesn't mean that everything that you did before is done. It could be just a new thing, a new phase in your life, a new, even this new year that's coming up. We're going to a new season. December 21st is solstice, so the longest night of the year. And from there on, it'll continue to get lighter and lighter as we move towards spring. And it is a beautiful, it's a beautiful time of year for change. At the end of every season, we should be really letting go of things at that season. So we have this beautiful time to let go, and it falls within a full moon cycle. So it's just absolutely beautiful. Again, answer the call and the Seven of Fire. This is there is just a reminder to make sure that you protect your energy. You're the unicorn. You're the unicorn. Protect yourself. Know who you are and know that it's coming for you, and it's coming very, very quickly. So how is that for those? How did you feel about those particular readings for each of you? Which ones did you align with? Please make sure that you put comments down and let me know which reading aligned with you, and whether it was the lion, the first heart with the hummingbirds, the beautiful horns with the hummingbird, the beautiful red heart, or the royal crown. Let me know which one you picked and how well it resonated for you at this time. And then maybe if you, number 3, how did that feel for you, Nisi? Sorry, Living on a Prayer is playing in the background. You'll have to check it out after I post it. After the live's over, and I post it. You'll have to check it out at that point, Sherry. How was everybody's weekend? You know what? I think we did a fantastic thing. I think we did a fantastic thing. So I'm going to end it here. We're going to go into the Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Collective, which is where the cool kids hang out. And we're going to see what else we get up to this Monday. And then Sacred Union after that. One step closer. Almost there. If you want to come and hang out with us, do by sure come and meet us there. Haha, yes, I agree. So I've been getting everybody to follow Truth Wave Meditation. I got you a couple of followers on TikTok and a couple of followers on Facebook, and now we'll get a couple of followers on YouTube as well. And yeah, so if you're looking for daily meditations at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern, follow Truth Wave, and you might see me holding a node every once in a while. Or having conversations. So, you know, if you just can't get enough of me, and you also want something really cool, then please, by all means, follow Truth Wave Meditation. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to head over there to the Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Collective. If you want to join us, please do. Please follow us there. All the information's on the website. It's the Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Collective, which is under plans and pricing. Next month things are going to change within the way that the structure is, but by all means, if you jump in this month, you can hang out with us, and you get so much value because we meet 5 days a week, and then sometimes we hold meetings on the weekend if people are needing connection for some reason. And if you're not interested in that, you can come back here tomorrow where we are doing Tarot Tuesday. So if you want a tarot card, show up for that. And otherwise, I'm back here on Thursday for Transformation Thursday, where we do some energy work, maybe activations and stuff like that. But I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and let me know what you think about that reading. Mondays, that's what I do, is pick a card readings, extended readings, and that type of thing. So you can come and watch that live or catch it when I post it later on. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.